is Stacy and Cohen from the Urban Pharmacy Kitchen.
Hi.
How are you today? We wanted to take you along for a quick ride. We're going to make a Thai lentil salad, a protein-packed salad, and I figured you'd want to see how to make it. And the coolest thing about this is that this recipe is actually from the Thrive bundle that is available right now through January 2nd. It is a collaboration of influencers, recipe developers, fitness experts, just wellness professionals in general that have come together to give you an amazing deal. It is a 70-piece bundle. It is courses, it is recipe, meal plans, it's cookbooks, it's ebooks, it is mindfulness, it's gardening, it's all things wellness and whole food plant-based eating. And you get it for $48 now through January 2nd. It's $2,500 worth of content. And this is one of the recipes that is in the bundle. This is from Plentifully Megan, I believe is what her name is. And we're making the Thai lentil salad. It's gonna come together really quickly. We just have to make a dressing for it. I have already prepared all the ingredients that go into the salad, but I wanna tell you about what's in them. And if you have any questions while I'm cooking, just let me know. I just realized that the fan was on in the background and I was like, why do I have to yell so loud? It's because the exhaust was on. Okay, so in the base of this salad, I actually have chopped up collard greens from the farm. So this is a cruciferous vegetable, whether your salad recipe calls for arugula or calls for kale or even cabbage. You can use all the different cruciferous vegetables that are leafy instead. Like you could use bok choy, or you could use collard greens, or you can interchange your greens. So this is a beautiful, really chiffonaded bed of greens. These are hearty, protein-packed greens right here. Cohen is sipping, and I had to just nudge him to not. Okay, so now we are going to build the other ingredients in this salad. There are lentils in this salad. Cohen, can you get the lentils out of the fridge? I actually think I put them away in the fridge by accident, my bad. But I pre-cooked some lentils earlier. And then also we have asparagus. You can totally do asparagus raw, or you can steam it like I did. So I did a gentle steam on this asparagus. And we're just gonna take it and kind of make it in a circle pattern for the salad. You could also use artichokes in here. I actually just could not get my hands on any artichokes. But artichokes and asparagus are both really great prebiotic fiber sources, which feed the good bacteria in your gut and then reward you with postbiotics, which actually create short chain fatty acids and mend the gut lining. So you want to get good sources of prebiotic fiber, and again, asparagus and artichoke are really good sources of that. Now we are going to continue building up this protein in the salad. Cohen, you left the refrigerator door open, honey. So we are going to put some lentils in. Oh, that's quinoa. That's not lentils. Stand by. This is for another recipe I'm going to be making tomorrow. This is pre-cooked quinoa. I just want to give you a tip. Can I give you a tip, a hot kitchen tip? Are you ready? If you're going to take time to cook beans, hey Annie, if you're going to take time to cook beans or grains, and you want to do them in special ways, like maybe you want to sprout them first, or maybe you just want to keep hungry bodies full with good nutrition, and you don't want to spend your money on pre-cooked things like the packaged grains that are pre-cooked in the grocery store that are loaded with sodium and oil, and you want to do it all on your own, batch cook your starches and your grains and your beans. It makes no sense not to. If you're going to take the time to cook them homemade, then you might as well make batches, and then you can freeze what you don't use. So for instance, in this Instapot, I have 3 whole bags of chickpeas that I am soaking I'm gonna make a third of this is gonna turn into hummus that I'm going to keep and then freeze in the freezer in little containers. Then I'm gonna take the other 2/3 and keep 1/3 of it fresh in the refrigerator in like half-gallon ball jars like this, or in quart ball jars like this for my broccoli sprouts. And I will probably store 2 of these in the refrigerator for the week to build meals out of, because that is so easy. If you have your potatoes, your sweet potatoes, your whole grains, your beans, your veggies chopped, you have your fresh fruit ready to go. It's easy to eat healthfully. And if you have these foundational ingredients, you can build salads out of them. You can build stuffed sweet potatoes with them. You have all different, things that you can do. And if you have some sauces in your fridge, like a salsa and a hummus and a dressing, a salsa, a hummus, and a dressing, I think are like, you gotta have those in your fridge at all times if you wanna be able to build meals out of these, these pre-cooked starches that you've already prepared, these fresh cut greens and pre-steamed vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli, and maybe you have some fresh bell peppers cut. Like, you wanna have sauces on hand so that you can build super healthy, easy recipes. You just kind of build them all together. And that's kind of like what the salad is right here. You could really make this any way you want to, but as long as you have that Thai-inspired dressing, of course it's going to taste Thai-like, right? So you can totally switch up all these different veggies that are going on the salad. So in addition to our asparagus and our collard greens, we are going to put bell peppers on. So I think I'm just gonna keep going in this like circle and then put the lentils on the inside. We're gonna do bell peppers. You could do yellow bell peppers, red bell peppers, or you could even do more hot, spicy chilies if you prefer. And then we're gonna do onions. These are sweet Vidalia onions. And then we're gonna put on the lentils. I think Cohen, no, did you still not find them in the fridge? Nope. Yeah, they're in the same container as the quinoa. Anyway, so yeah, I batch cooked quinoa earlier too, because again, I'm using it for a salad tomorrow or for New Year's Day. It has black eyed peas in it. Of course, isn't that like what you're supposed to eat on like New Year's Day or something like that? Like, I don't know, greens and black eyed peas. Am I making that up? I don't know. But we're gonna have the quinoa to make like quinoa chili out of for the rest of the week, or throwing it on salads for a protein punch. Like, get smart in the kitchen. Don't finick around with all these fancy recipes when you're just trying to eat healthy. It's okay to have some fun recipes that maybe you cook on the weekend, or maybe on a Wednesday night you make a fancier recipe, but create the building blocks. You want to talk? Okay. Never mind. I have a sous chef that wants to interrupt me and talk. What do you want to say?
And let's get to the recipe.
Let's get to the recipe. You are right. Okay. I'm just talking and talking, aren't I? Okay. So we're making the Thai dressing, and I'll continue to talk while Cohen's doing this. So this is a little knob or thumb, knuckle-sized ginger. I'll put that in there. I don't peel my ginger. Like, I don't peel it. If I have like good organic ginger, I don't peel it. Unless it's like for a gingery, unless the ginger is going to be like super visual in the recipe, I don't peel it. I just leave it on and then I blend it all up for my dressings. Okay, so what else goes in there? Garlic. There you go. Water is already in our blender. I find that I like using my NutriBullet more, by the way, than I do for the Vitamix for dressings, just because it's easier to spatula out of the container versus the Vitamix, where I have to like maneuver my spatula around the blade. Annie asks, does steaming and roasting veggies make them lose nutrients? That's a really good question. Some vegetables and fruit can actually increase in different types of antioxidants when you cook them. But a lot of the times, the majority of the time, yes, you are losing specific nutrients in your foods if you cook them, in your veggies and your fruits and stuff like that. Specifically vitamin C, but but there are also different methods that will retain them the most. So steaming will be your best bet. So if you have like, I have this big skillet, like, just big stainless steel skillets that I use. And I have like a 10-inch steaming basket that's like, stackable.
What's next?
What's next in the recipe? Tahini. So how about you scoop out tahini? So in this recipe, we've got water, we've got ginger, we've got garlic, and we're gonna put tahini in it. I think you're gonna basically need the rest of that container. So let's go ahead and try to scoop that all out, okay? Here, no, just scoop it out. And then you can pour it, I don't know. But steaming is gonna be your best way to retain nutrients in veggies if you're cooking them. Boiling will be your next bet. But it's awesome if you can actually drink the water that you've boiled your veggies. And if you really want to get extra, like this morning, I made these Hawaiian sweet potatoes that were so pretty, and they're purple, and they have these anthocyanins in them, the same nutrients that are found in blueberries and black beans and like the really dark pigmented foods. And I didn't want those nutrients to go to waste. So instead of pouring out all the boiling water, I drank it, so that I got the nutrients. So boiling, the nutrients go out more, they seep out. And then dry roasting will be probably your like least nutritious, but it's still better than eating anything from the standard American diet. So I say if you have to roast those sweet potatoes until they're sugary sweet versus steaming them, and that works for you to get that in your body, do that. So do the path of least resistance. Don't torture yourself if you can't stand the taste of steamed broccoli. If you can only do roasted or air fried broccoli. You did make a mess. You made like a massive mess. It's fine. So that's a good question, Annie. Thanks for that question. Okay, so we've got tahini in this recipe. I'm going to have to skedaddle soon because one of my phones is dying. Trying to get this up on YouTube. The Thrive bundle, let me tell you about it really quick. Hold on, you do not do that. We screw a lid on and then we flip this over. You don't have to put the whole container upside down, honey. So I don't think the recipe is done yet though. You can't blend yet. We have to add apple cider vinegar and some of our reduced balsamic vinegar. The recipe calls for tamari, but we just don't use a lot of soy sauce or tamari in this house. So we actually use reduced balsamic vinegar instead to get that tang that like a tamari would get. And this happens to be a garlic infused balsamic vinegar. That's delicious. Can you eat what?
Can I eat the dressing?
Yes, you can try the dressing.
Is it going to be spicy?
No, it's not going to be spicy. So, but this bundle, I was telling you about it earlier before I got into the recipe, but I kind of got distracted. It is 70 different resources for $48. It's only available through January 2nd. That is why I'm like in such a time crunch because I've been meaning to share this with you and I'm a few days behind. What did you just do? Did you just like plug it in? Did you just like pour it up?
No.
How much did he put in there? Somebody tell me.
Just a little
bit. Oh, you did a good job. You kept yourself contained, didn't you? But this bundle is only available for just a short amount of time. That is the only stipulation for you to get to $2,500 worth of content for, hold on, we have to put dates in there. One last ingredient. Dates. Medjool dates. Is this not one of our favorite ingredients in the world? Yes, it is, because we use it for everything.
Don't carry on the lid.
I got it. I'm not going to drop it. We use dates to sweeten everything. Most everything. Unless it's some other fruit that we're using. But they're so sweet and they are bound to fiber still. So it doesn't spike your blood sugar as much as if you're having free sugars like maple syrup or honey. You can sweeten all of your dressings and sauces with this. And in fact, in the bundle, my secret is in the sauce ebook is in there. It is a whole food plant-based sauce and dip and hummus and salsa book. It's delicious. It happens to be all free of salt, oil, and sugar, but if you need to add any of those ingredients to get the plants into your body, do so. But really, sugar is like one that I would just say, don't even go there. Most people have sugar addiction and don't even know it. And it doesn't even mean that you have to be...
I actually have a hack about sugar.
You have a hack about sugar? Can you tell us the hack?
Yeah, so if you have sugar problems, like if you're like addicted to sugar, like all you have to do is just hide it somewhere, and then you have to, for a few days, you have to forget you forget about it and then you never will even think about sugar.
That's so smart. Yeah, just putting it somewhere out of your sight. That is super smart. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Like, so it's like the same thing. If you're trying not to buy the Nordstrom boots, don't go to Nordstrom, or don't click on the sales. Don't click on the ads that come your way. It's the same thing with food. Like, if you have it in your sight, you're much more likely to have it. So
Pause.
get it out of your sight. Okay, pause. All right, let's push it down and then turn it.
I'm gonna do
Okay. We're gonna blend. We're gonna blend the dressing. Okay, open it. I wanted to squeeze just a tiny bit of lime in there because it's a Thai dressing, and I just feel like that will be delicious. Are you gonna open it? So this is from one of the recipe ebooks in the bundle. If you need help getting or finding my link to try it or to get the bundle, then just message me. I'm happy to help you. If you're watching this on YouTube, once I get it up on there, just click in the down bar to get
the smell of the
thing. But if you're watching this after
lime.
January 2nd, you're not gonna be able to get it unless they miraculously extend it. But it will be gone forever after that. So you'll never be able to get the $2,500 worth, or over 70 ebooks, recipe books, courses, all that stuff. You won't be able to get it after the fact. I mean, you can go to everybody's websites and go and buy everything individually, but then you'd be spending $2,500 instead of $48. Okay. So grab the bundle so that you can thrive in 2024, so that you can take hold of your health and your wellness and your mind and your body. There's just so many resources and it's unbelievable. And you know that I'm super stoked that there's also a bonus gardening one in there. Kyle and I were just talking about how we're going to start, usually New Year's Eve or New Year's Day is like where we really hammer down what we're going to be growing for next year. Kyle already has like a lot of the farm stuff planned for what crops we're going to grow for the market. What? And he just had his last day at the farmer's market.
Is it any taste that I don't like?
Oh my God, it's so good.
What?
Oh, it's so yummy. It's gingery, but it's delicious. You know what would be really good on this salad too? Mango. What do you think? It needs like one.
Yeah.
He had to think about it. It actually needs one more date because I added a large thumb of ginger. It's really good, isn't it? It's actually delicious. So anyways, we're gonna finish assembling this. But yeah, today was Kyle's last day of the farmer's market, the winter farmer's market. So he has a few months to prepare the farm for next year's crops and do projects that he's been wanting to do. So if you happen to be local and wondering where Kyle went, he is still on the farm. So if you need him, you know where to find us. Okay, so this is the beautiful Thai lentil salad, and it's gorgeous. This is from the Thrive bundle, and we're going to put the dressing on the salad. Again, this is tahini and garlic and ginger and balsamic. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, my word. Delicious, protein packed. All plants have all amino acids. And as long as you're eating a nice variety of different whole plant foods, you're getting all the amino acids that you need to create complete proteins. So there we go. If you want the Thrive bundle, you can message me with the word Thrive or click in the link in my bio if you're watching on Instagram. It's only available through January 2nd and it will be gone forever after that. $48 for $2,500 worth of content. And everything is delicious and nutritious, and there's even some fun recipes in there, like desserts recipes for those of you who are like trying to transition a little bit more toward plant-based. They're not necessarily all sugar-free and based on dates as the recipe or as the desserts like mine would be, but There's a lot of yummy things in there. There is, speaking of dates though, before I get off this video, there is my friend Chef AJ. She actually put her recipe book called A Date with Dates or something like that. What is it? A Date with Dates, maybe. And she has all these like delicious gourmet desserts in there that are all sweetened with dates. Like it's totally up my alley. It's all the way that I create recipes. But she's like, these are like next level because she actually used to work at like some high end like LA raw restaurant where she did a lot of raw desserts there. A date with dessert. Yes, a date with dessert. That is what it's called. And that ebook is in there. It's in the bundle. I'm so excited. My mom's birthday is coming up and I'm going to be making a like key lime tart thingy from it. I'll probably try to do a demo for you before the Thrive bundle is gone on the 2nd of that recipe. Can't give out specific measurements, of course, because you're gonna need to get the ebooks. You're gonna need to get the Thrive bundle to get all that. But you will get inspo and I'm sure that that dessert's gonna be delicious. So if you have any questions or like want to know more about the bundle, I'm happy to help you. Be well, take care, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye. What, you need more?
I literally caught on one leg, like all the way from the bed that Willow's on all the way over here.
Yeah?
Yeah, good balance. Mine is actually, what is it good for?
It's good for your brain. It's really good for your brain to balance.